All right, guys. Tuesday. Today's the 21st or 22nd. It's 24th will be Friday. 23rd, 22nd, 21st of November. And you guys just saw my weight, 203.8. Now, I announced on probably 2 weeks ago on Instagram that I was going to do this lean mass gain phase thing, and I started to do it. So you guys saw my weight at 204 or 203.8. I don't want to fuck that up because people lose their shit, but my goal is to get to 210 and then maintain that. So I started at 198. I'm up about roughly like 4, almost 5 pounds already in the last couple of weeks. I'm not gaining fat. Like I'm staying exactly the same leanness that I was when I was 198. And the goal is to get to 210 and just stay there at 210. Now, why? I feel like my frame right now, so I go through like phases. Like sometimes I want to be a little bigger, sometimes I don't. And I can control that. Like I have the ability to control that through my training, through my diet. I can just literally say, today I want to be 10 pounds smaller, and then in 2 weeks be 10 pounds smaller. I also could say, hey, I want to be 10 pounds heavier and be 10 pounds heavier. Now, here's another thing that I haven't talked to anybody really about. It's just kind of in the works. I have a friend, Richard Siegelman, who's actually gotten into acting. And he's gotten quite a few parts, like on House of Cards and a few TV shows and stuff like that. And he approached me and said, would you be interested in doing this acting thing? And I was like, I did one commercial called Wheels. If you look up BioS3 Wheels on YouTube here, you'll see that I'm in that commercial. It was a national commercial. We filmed it. It took all day to film it. It was like a 30-second commercial. It took all day to film this in the fucking blazing hot sun here. And it was in Maryland here. And I went to Christmas vacation with my girlfriend. And lo and behold, we're sitting there watching TV with her parents. And there I am on TV. And then we went to California. And we went to Vegas. And there I am on TV there. It was really cool to see yourself like that. And I said, you know what? It's something that I've never really done before. It's a challenge. Like, sure. There are definitely positions for someone that looks like me in certain roles and stuff like that, whether it be backup roles or just like, stand-ins, whatever the fuck it is, sure, let's give it a try. Now, a good thing towards applying to acting, if they want you to be bigger, you can get bigger. If they want you to be smaller, you can get smaller. Like you can get a part before someone else can if you can look the part and they can't. So again, controlling my weight, another kind of skill that I've learned throughout the years. Now, have I ever gone to 210 and stayed there? No. So I'm like, can I even do it? Let's say, a role required me to go to 210 and literally just stay there. Could I do it? Like I need to be there for a month or 2 weeks or whatever it is. I don't know because I've never done it. So let's do it beforehand. And this thing may go absolutely nowhere, but I meet with him the first week after Thanksgiving to get the ball rolling towards getting the portfolio and stuff like that and talking to the agent. And we'll see where it goes. Who the fuck knows? You never know. But the bottom line is, it's another step in the evolution of me, of what I want to do, where I want to go. And when opportunities arise like that and someone offers you an opportunity, now, what you guys may also not know is Rich is the one that got me the CarMax commercial. They had called him before and they asked him if he wanted to do it. And I think Taylor Royale, whatever the fuck it was. They were the ones that were booking the commercial. And they called him and said, hey, do you want to do it? And he's like, look, I'm booked up with this. He had so much shit going. He goes, but I know a guy. He's already in shape. I'll call him. And he called me and said, do you want to do this? It's for, a role. They want somebody that looks like this, is in shape, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, cool. So I went to Taylor Royale. I did the reading. They took photos and stuff of me, sent it to the people at CarMax that were doing the commercial, and they said, we'll take him. It took me, Rob Eulis, Brad Rowe, and one other individual. I can never remember the other kid's name, but two of those guys turned pro in the IFBB, and we did this commercial. So, Rich has kind of helped me out throughout the years with, different things that was one of them. And, just knowing that he's pulling for me and saying, hey, you know what, you can do this. There's a spot for you here. I was like, cool, let's give it a shot. So that's the new goal, is to be able to maneuver my weight and keep it wherever I may be needed for a role. And just good experience for myself to figure out, can I control it? Can I raise my weight somewhere and then just stop it and maintain it? Like maintaining 198 is no problem. I feel like my body will stay there if I keep doing my macros and stuff the way I'm doing. But, I've always blown right past 210 to get to the next level, which was 220, 225, 240, whatever it was. So we'll see what happens. So as you guys can see that it's in full swing. I have been using the Primalog, which I'm not going to bullshit you guys. It helps a lot. You guys will be surprised how well this product works. Keeps you fuller, gets your body to not want to store fat. It's a great product. So I'm getting to test out the product in different ways and use it in different ways that, I feel like insulin would be used. Let's face facts. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. Everybody wants a safe alternative to insulin, and I don't want to use insulin. Like, insulin is just not something that I'm willing to fuck with. So, this is just kind of an experiment, at the same time. So, hopefully, yeah, this all works out. If not, hey, I mean, you give it a shot. If you fail, you try something else or you try again. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to have my first meal of the day, and then I got to run to the post office, train my clients and stuff. I got to do chest today, and then yeah, we're just moving along. So hopefully you guys will see that basically I just changed my training a little bit, started to train heavier again. If you saw the video of Byron and I in the gym, you know, like I wasn't using whole stacks on shit for quite a long time. I was using the high rep stuff, but I'm back to using pretty much the stack of any piece of equipment in the fucking gym. Try to protect my lower back. I'm still not bench pressing because yeah, I know it's going to fuck my shoulder up, and I use that power push-up thing, which allows my scapula to rotate freely in the back, which really saves my pec tendons and my rotator cuffs. It works extremely well, and I bought new bands for it. So you keep increasing the workload bands from like number 3 to number 4 to number 5. It goes up to like number 12, I think. So as you get stronger, you can use progressive overload with the banded resistance, which seems, I mean, my chest is nothing's lacking on my chest. It's still exactly the way it was, and I don't have to bench. So if I can stay healthy with my shoulder joints and not have to bench, I mean, fuck it, it is what it is. So let's get this day started. Yeah. All right, meal 1, Nutrition Solutions pancakes from Nutrition Solutions. It's a blueberry. I think it's just blueberry. Always my first meal of the day, every time. And what I usually do is, if it's late night and I feel like not eating other meals, I have another pancakes. I like them that much. Of course, I try to get enough water. I think that's super important. I didn't need to do that when I was younger. I had some problems getting the water in. But it's this time going around trying to gain, you know, it'd be 12 pounds of lean mass, which of course, you know, for some people that's a lot, but I'm regaining muscle that I lost. So I'm not gaining new muscle mass, which means that it's not as hard as gaining the muscle. But as soon as when I went back on the TRT, motherfucker, my strength came back like that. I mean, going off for that 2 months was the best thing I've done in a long time, specifically because my receptors must have cleared out. Because when you're on testosterone for a while, even a TRT dose, your receptors still start to get clogged, right? They still start to get saturated. So my body cleared out for 2 months, and I don't know, maybe my body's abnormal the way it heals and the way it detoxifies. Like my liver enzymes decreased so much that the doctor was like, I don't even know if I've ever seen anything like this. They were so shocked. They were like, what the fuck? When I get a tattoo, it heals so fast that even my tattoo artist is like, he goes, dude, you should be 3 weeks. This is like a 3-week heal tattoo. Like he's like, we could fucking tattoo on your skin right now. It's only been like 6 days. You know, so it's like my body heals extremely fast. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Like my receptors heal faster too. I don't know. But I mean, bottom line is, as soon as I went back on, I felt it. And I noticed like my strength coming back, and I was doing that vegan protein, and I gotta do a video about this because the vegan protein, I feel honestly, was holding me back from gaining muscle. Now, I don't want arguments, I don't want to hear it. You know, I looked into it. Most vegan proteins digest 10 to 30% less than actually animal protein. So if you think you're taking in 300 grams, let's say you think you're taking in 100 grams, you're taking in roughly 70 grams, which could be the difference between muscle gain and not muscle gain. So, and I get it. I mean, I like I said, I don't want to fucking argue. I don't want to fucking have, you know, people freaking the fuck out. As soon as I put fucking amino acids back in my fucking, diet, I increased the amino acids with EA Max. As soon as I did that, my strength went through the fucking roof. I swapped the fucking, vegan powder out for just regular whey protein. Sure shit enough, I'm up like fucking 6 to 8 pounds. That's the only thing that I fucking changed, and I feel better. I feel different. I feel stronger in the gym. My body's getting bigger. I'm like, this is not in my head. Like, I'm watching this fucking happen. So I'm like, you know, I don't know the answer. You know, like I said, I looked it up, and like it said flat out that you're going to have to eat more protein on a vegan or plant-based diet, which I wasn't on a plant-based diet, but I was starting to increase my plant-based proteins. And when my kidney readings came back and they were high because I was dehydrated, first of all, and I was doing that workout routine, I was breaking down muscle tissue so fast and not repairing it. I was off all the TRT and stuff. My body basically, like, you know, freaked the fuck out. So like I started thinking, could I remove some protein from my diet, add amino acids, because that's what your body really needs. It doesn't need protein, it needs aminos. It uses the protein to get the aminos. will I be able to keep my reduced protein and increased aminos and have less effect on the kidneys? And lo and behold, it worked. So I kind of step back and go, I need to revamp some things overall. And I'm constantly learning. You're always constantly learning shit, and you're never just like, I know everything. So bottom line is, I put the amino acids back in. I switched the fucking plant-based back to animal, and sure as shit enough, my body developed. And I'm like, that's the only change. That literally is the only change. I noticed that the TRT was making me stronger, but not like it normally does or it should. And my body just started to fucking, literally started to just take off as soon as I did that. So the plan now is to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to continue using the Primalog and go for that extra, it's like 203 now, 10,987, almost 204, so about another 6 pounds. Go for that other 6 pounds and see if we can just maintain that other 6 pounds at 210, which I think already at 203 I'm looking bigger and fuller, and I feel it. I definitely feel it. So I'm going to finish this food up and then get some work done, and then we'll head to the gym. All right, guys, we're heading into the gym now, and first exercise, I haven't been benching. I've been doing the power push-up, which this is the new bands, which makes it even harder. It adds like another 10 pounds to this. And you can see I actually struggle with this here. I actually outgrew the other one that I had. Ordered these, put them on, and it allows me to do the bench press type motion, but keeps the scapula rotating freely in the back, so it doesn't pin you against it, which helps my rotator cuffs out. And at the same time, you can see this from the side view right here. It pulls down on your mid-back, so that it actually has your core stabilizing in a totally different way, which I wanted something more functional. So again, this is a higher neuromuscular activation, or NMA, like dips, push-ups. Those actually have higher NMA than an actual bench press does, which it's hard to get push-ups to have enough resistance to be able to grow from them, but these bands seem to be doing the trick. So for now, I'm going to stick with them and keep going up in weight. As I keep outgrowing them, I'll keep putting in the new ones. I think I got about 7 more bands before I get to the top one, which I guess that would be like 70 more pounds that I can add to it. Moving over to the dip machine. Now I use the dip machine because it's easier for me just to brace myself into it. I don't swing at all, which helps my rotator cuffs. And again, I'm racking the whole machine on this, which I'd say that a month ago, 2 months ago, there was nowhere near the full stack. I was doing maybe half the stack, but I do the whole stack to failure, 3 sets. And you can see I just kind of pushing straight down, and as I start to fail, that's it. Not too far past failure, just to failure on these. And now we'll move over to the flies, which my rotator cuffs have been feeling pretty good. I think the heaviest I've ever gone on flies is like 80 pounds. I'm back up to 50s now, and my body weight's only sitting at 203. So that's not bad. I can't go all the way down because one side pulls on the bicep tendon, the other side doesn't. So I could technically go down with one arm, but that doesn't make any sense. So I limit it to where I feel it start to pull on my left side. And as soon as I feel that, I stop. And then I squeeze back up to the top. I don't connect the dumbbells at the top. Make sure they have a little space between them so the muscles never get rest. Literally, it's just a non-stop, constant tension through the whole range of motion. After we're done here, we're going to move on to the last exercise for chest. So 4 exercises for chest, that's it. And these are the cable crossovers. And, well, I don't actually cross them over, but people call them the cable crossovers. And well, you notice that I'm pulling my arms together in the front. I'm actually going heavy. So I'm hitting like 10 to 12 reps going heavy, which a lot of people consider this like a quote-unquote finishing movement, a shaping movement, an ending movement. I feel like anything that I'm in the gym doing, if I'm training heavy, it should be a heavy movement, period. That's just how I train. I don't believe this has to be a finishing movement. And if you look at the next clip here, you'll see that I actually have the sides where the handles are attached to set a lot higher. So I do 3 sets here, and all 3 sets are at different angles. So it's not like I'm doing 3 sets of one over and over again. It's 3 different angles because it's, right back to the high intensity training. If you can get it done in one set and hit failure, what's the point of doing another set? So usually I get to the point where I'm working up and pyramiding up to that final set. But when I get to that final set, like I did on crossovers, what I'll do is just do 3 different sets as opposed to doing, 2 that were, warm-ups. By this time pyramiding up. By this time of the workout, I'm already warm. I can just go right into it. Finishing up with calves, I think it's important to train stuff like calves. I don't train forearms because they get overtrained very easily, and I have tendonitis in my forearms that flares up, and as well as my my tricep tendon where my elbow inserts. But calves for me is something that I never really trained a whole lot. I did when I was younger, but it's a dense muscle. They're hard to recover. They stay sore for a long time. The blood flow for me is not usually that good like a bicep or something. So it takes a little longer to recover, but don't forget, if you're contracting that muscle and making a muscle work, your metabolism is increasing. The whole name of the game towards training body parts, if you're not getting them to try to grow, is increased metabolism. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is the new workout. 4 exercises in this one to finish up, 3 to 4 sets each, pyramiding up, and 1 kill set at the end. And it's time to eat. I go right to sushi. I have the miso soup, water. I have tuna, sashimi, shrimp, more tuna with rice, Philly rolls, arigato rolls. So this is what I'll have after I have my essential amino acids and carbohydrate drink. Hopefully this will help you guys out a little bit and you enjoyed this. I'm Biosphere and I approve this message, and we're out.